What do people not know about the early Islamic conquests? In the 8th century, the sands of time shifted. A new power arrived on the Indian subcontinent are the Islamic armies. These warriors, driven by faith and ambition, sought to expand their growing empires. Their arrival marked the beginning of a new chapter in Indian history, a chapter filled with both conflict and cultural exchange. The initial attacks were like probes, testing the defenses of kingdoms in present-day Pakistan and Afghanistan. These early encounters showcased the might of the Islamic forces. Their victories set the stage for the larger waves of conquest that were to come. The arrival of Islam was not just a military event, it was a cultural one as well. Merchants and scholars followed in the wake of the armies. They brought with them the teachings of Islam, a new religion whose worldview differed greatly from the dominant faiths of India. The Arabs invaded in 711 AD. The Ghaznavids invaded in 1001 AD. The Ghurids invaded in 1175 AD. Mahmud invaded in 1001 AD. The Mughals invaded in 1526 AD. The 11th and 12th centuries witnessed an escalation in Islamic invasions. Mahmud of Ghazni, a name that would become synonymous with destruction, led a series of devastating raids into India. His target, the wealthy and powerful Hindu temples that dotted the land. Ghazni's campaigns were as much about plunder as they were about conquest. Following in Ghazni's bloody footsteps came Muhammad of Ghor. He was a different kind of conqueror. While Ghazni sought riches, Ghor desired to establish a lasting empire. His victory at the Second Battle of Tarain in 1192 CE proved to be a turning point. It shattered the established power structures of North India and paved the way for the Delhi Sultanate. These victories did not come without challenges. The Islamic armies faced stiff resistance from various Indian rulers, but the invaders possessed superior military technology and tactics. Over time, they gained a decisive edge on the battlefield. The Rajputs, proud warrior clans of North India, emerged as the most formidable obstacle to the Islamic advance. Among them stood Prithviraj Chauhan, a name that became synonymous with courage and defiance. His kingdom, centered around Delhi, became a bulwark against the tide of invasion. Prithviraj's bravery was legendary. He famously fought valiantly against Muhammad of Ghor at the First Battle of Tarain and emerged victorious. However, this victory was short-lived. The Second Battle of Tarain proved to be a disaster for the Rajput armies. Prithviraj, defeated through treachery and cunning, was captured and killed. His death marked the end of an era. The Rajputs, despite their valor, were unable to stem the tide of Islamic conquest. Their defeat paved the way for the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, which would rule over large parts of India for centuries to come. Delhi, the jewel of power. Delhi, strategically located at the crossroads of trade routes, became a coveted prize. Its capture by the Islamic invaders transformed the city into a symbol of their dominance. Under the Delhi Sultanate, it flourished as a center of power, culture, and trade. The city's skyline soon became adorned with magnificent mosques, tombs, and palaces. These architectural marvels, built in the Indo-Islamic style, stood as a testament to the new order. Delhi's bazaars teemed with merchants from far and wide, drawn by the city's wealth and opportunities. However, the Delhi Sultanate's grip on power was not absolute. Challenges came from both within and outside. Rival kingdoms and ambitious warlords constantly challenged the Sultanate's authority. Yet for centuries, Delhi remained the political and cultural heart of Islamic rule in India. The clash of civilizations took a heavy toll on the people of India. Wars and conquests brought death, destruction, and displacement. The fall of kingdoms and the destruction of old orders created uncertainty and fear. The arrival of Islam also had a profound impact on Indian society. Conversions to the new faith were driven by a complex mix of factors, including the appeal of its message, the social mobility it offered, and in some cases, coercion. This led to the emergence of a new syncretic culture, one that blended Islamic and Hindu traditions. The long-term consequences of this tumultuous period were far-reaching. The Islamic conquests laid the foundation for centuries of Muslim rule in India. It reshaped the political, social, and cultural landscape of the subcontinent. The legacy of this era continues to shape India even today. I shared with the rise of Islamic invaders, part 1. Thanks for watching. And if you found this video knowledgeable, please subscribe and share.